Hi there. My name is Ushnish. I'm currently a machine learning engineer at Google. One thing you should know about me, I used to be rather intimidated by coding in general, especially during my undergrad. But over the years, I've practiced and learned a lot from my friends and coworkers, and now I'm happy to say I've at least reached some level of competence in coding in general, and um, looking forward to teaching some of the important concepts. So today, I guess the topic is primarily variables, and um, it's not too much, not a very complicated concept. You can think of variables as when you've done algebra, I'm sure in high school and middle school. It's nothing different from the x, the value which is unknown, and you set it at a certain point of time. You don't know what the value is until you actually use it, but you use that variable to calculate something else, such as a y. So yeah, that's pretty much what a variable is. And today we're going to look at a very simple program which will use variables, or rather just one variable, which will be read from the standard input. So let's see, let's do a screen share. So there's a difference between variables and constants. The constant is obviously a number which does not change. So for example, the ratio between your weight on Earth and the weight on the moon is a constant that doesn't change. But your actual weight is a variable. We don't know what that is. So you can define a constant, like say, you can call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call it moon factor as 0.16 because what your weight is on the moon is 16% of what it is on Earth, 16.5%. And that's the number we're going to multiply with your weight on Earth to calculate what your weight would be on the moon. So let's get right into it. So you define a main method, which is, that's all there is to that. And you read in your current weight. I'm going to call it weight on Earth, but I'm going to call it string because when you read your input from standard input, it comes in as a string, not as a number. So, and as you would imagine, we would multiply this number by the factor. However, that wouldn't work quite yet because this is a string. It's not a number just yet. We have to convert it. So I'm going to call this weight on Earth. And I'm going to cast from string to float, where float is just a number that allows decimals. Let's put it that way. And let's create a new variable. This is going to be the y. Is nothing but Earth multiplied by one factor. And you're basically done. You can print it out however you want. I'm gonna give this helpful print message. Now, a small detail, you do have to convert this number back to a string before combining it with another string, or you'll get an error. And feel free to try that yourself and see what happens if you don't do that. That's pretty much it for the main function. And we have this little detail over here where we just have to actually run that method. And that's pretty much it. Now let's see. Yeah, there you go. Let's run this. Weight on Earth, let's say 90. And that's it. Your weight on the moon is 14.85. So just to recap, the variable here, the independent variable, you can think of it, is weight on Earth. And the dependent variable, which is calculated from that, the weight on the moon. Whereas the constant is the moon factor. That number should not change anywhere in your program. And that's it.